How's your dad doing?
Pretty good, but he's kind of sick. Inside body sick. Going to doctors to make it better.
I came here to race, obviously, and be a part of this, something I haven't done. This is a big weekend. There's a $10,000 purse. The payouts are pretty decent, and they pay everybody to finish. It might not be a whole lot, but it's something. We have 3 days of racing, and if I can get to the third day with a car looking like that, I win. Jenny would be livid if I didn't do something like this, knowing how, goddamn, there's certain things still. You know, I have a whole bedroom full of clothes still, just things.
Gloves? Oh, the new gloves, the black ones. Where I saw them today.
Out of the blue, Adigan asked me, Dad, can we listen to Mom's music today? That was on Thursday. And I just lost it. He hardly mentions her. So, I mean, he knew her birthday was coming. And for him to say that like that, just so...
I don't know how you can be Lance Mackey and not wake up every day wondering what's around the next corner.
I need to leave here with a little different mind frame.
He really deserves like an 8-year stretch at Disneyland.
Semi-pro and Young Lion Legends.
Part of this trip was basically getting a kind of a redo, start over. We're just about ready for game.
You know, a dog team goes across the Arctic at roughly 8 to 11 miles an hour. And I guess it just wasn't fast enough for Lance Mackey.
And it was very addicting right away.
You know, I think Lance Mackey's one of those guys that's always looking for the next high.
These cars are pretty squirrely.
Something to excel at.
And just, you're always kind of on the edge of your seat at any split second. Even a little piece of rubber in the track can spin you out and send you ass over together, you know, into the wall. There's all kinds of them. Knock on wood, I haven't had these issues.
I hope nothing's next.
There's only 21 in our class, and I qualified 18th. I'll be pushing no buttons. My nice dirty truck.
We were in the car, and I told him, like, man, I having this crazy thought about... He looked at me, and he told me, I'm thinking the same. We were dreaming similar stuff.
So build up, bam! Let out some big bang. Dogs take off like a rocket.
And the plan is Lance and Miguel will combine forces and combine the best dogs and make some sort of super team and make one more run at another championship.
It's a little tense around the house right now. Do you think for a second I did how it's going to go?
Oh, man, it's a hard
The Cusco, the one race that always goes, postponed.
I can't imagine Lance Mackey's the easiest guy to live with. And walking into the calamity that is his life.
I love him like a brother, you know? And it became kind of an issue at the moment. He's getting too close. If we think for 1 second that there won't be a shit show here soon, we'd be lying to ourselves. You know, he's not my wife. But in a weird kind of way, he's kind of acting like it. And then he kind of came at me with a list of demands.
And I started thinking and take this in a professional level.
And I kind of chuckled like I just did. I said, for one, I've never had a schedule. I don't own a watch.
And I don't know, I'm just trying to make every day a little bit more funny.
You know, when you win the Iditarod, you get there in 8 or 9 days. He made it for 30 days. So you got to tip your cap to Miguel.
Come here. How you doing? Hello. Good leader. Yeah, you're doing great. When September rolls around and training starts, I will be ready.
If Lance was able to come back and win it a 5th time, sign him up, Hollywood movie, start writing books now, because it'll be one of the greatest stories that mankind has ever made. And it'll have little to do with mushing.
These guys are pretty aggressive. And I don't wish anybody any bad luck, but there's probably going to be a little bit of carnage today. This is the main event. A lot of these guys are all or nothing. Anyway, I'm going home to hopefully a better mindset. I know I have things to do.
Semi-Pro and Young Lions Legends 2 staging now for your main event. This is your final call. This is your final call.
Can the Lance Mackey story get any better?
Well, I mean, there's always a little bit of risk involved in a motorsport.
This may be a year that Dallas looks back on and says, this was a great year.
What, sunrise in the background or airplane? And your fancy rental car. Too late last night. Yeah. What do we got, a month and a half till Iditarod or something? All right. And we're gonna go do some flying today to go take a look at some of the new trail portions that we're going to be facing.
But there's talk, and I don't think it's really concrete at this moment. It's possible the trail, when it goes out, the outbound trail will go over Rainy Pass, which is part of the Alaska Range.
The Iditarod is not the Iditarod this year, even though they'll have an event.
On the way home, there's another pass that will connect to Rainy Pass, but it's called Hell's Gate. And it's a whole different way. The modern-day Iditarod musher knows very little about that way.
Basically, we're doing a scouting mission to see what we can see as far as things that may be different on this year's Iditarod with this entirely different route. The more information we have, the better decisions we can make.
In some small way, I guess. I hope that they have an event, whatever that means, whatever course that means.
So yeah, I guess we got some experienced pilots to get us out there. I am not a pilot. I'm best if my feet stay on the ground, so I'll let somebody else do the flying there, but hello.
Cool.
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you, Dallas.
Hey, Dallas, how you doing?
Doing well.
Well, yeah, they're switching the course up or whatever on you, so let's go take a look at the new trail.
You know, if we can, weather permitting.
I just want to put him away because he always...
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to run him over. Stay, pal.
Ready to rock and roll.
Looking good, Em.
You want these in that play?
Yeah.
I've carried snowshoes on 11 Iditarods and never once taken them out of my sled to use them, you know? So.
Now, how many times you won this thing, Dallas?
4 so far.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool, man.
It's been 3 years since I've run the Iditarod, so it's kind of fun to get little bit of a refresher on what it looks like.
There's your trail, ain't it, Dallas? Isn't that the Iditarod Trail right there?
Yeah.
And then goes across this meadow here. Maybe I'm wrong, and then it should cut up into here, right? That looks like kind of a fun section of trail up through that little draw there.
Yeah, there's like there's a few, this is a fun stretch. It looks so different. And having seen it from the ground first and been over this trail 11 times now, I think, and then to actually get to see it from the air, it's like it puts all these pieces together, it connects the dots. You've seen all the little dots from ground level, but when you get that different vantage point and you kind of start to see it as one continuous thing rather than a series of little portions or little sections. So that is a really nice thing to see and kind of wrap your mind around and have that kind of 30,000-foot view, so to speak.
You're a photographer, you've been on these trails, you'll stop and like, this is a great place to get a picture. And you'll get your picture and you'll go another mile and you're like, oh, I should have stopped here. It's no different with a musher who's been down a trail that's never been there. So he's going through there and just making sure that he can visualize that part of the trail when he comes back. It's an important factor. Very few mushers, if any others, will do what Dallas is doing.
Hey, remember what I asked? So would you go in there and give us a few minutes? Okay? And please try to be quiet. The lap prior card spun out, but we had made a full lap. Stop right now. I just asked you guys to be quiet while I'm doing this. Please. Do something quietly. Draw. Color.
Okay, I'll color.
Okay? Please don't be screaming. Thank you. If this was 20 years ago, the driver would be dead. Coming out of the corner, you're facing the wall anyway. And that's just part of the... But I was already on the inside, car in front of me, coming out of that corner. My front right tire caught his back left tire. And I remember going up in the air, face first.
I saw it and I was like, oh, there's the end of Lance Mackey.
But I don't recall any of it. Not any of it. Hurry up!
Isn't like public record, I mean. Well, not public record, but so he hits the wall, and then he's got the GoPro or whatever, he's got the camera in there, and
hurry up!
I thought it would have just been beep, 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 beep.
Okay, we got you. You're okay, okay?
Yeah.
I didn't hear like one F-bomb.
How are you doing? Before we do anything with your car, I want to see how you're doing.
I'm all right, get me out of here.
Okay.
Other people were just like, he's so calm, and I was like, that's about as much panic as you're going to get from him, because when he's in a crisis mode, it's like just ice cold veins.
Which obviously pretty much confirms I had a good concussion. Probably blacked out right when I hit the wall.
Yeah, can you wiggle your toes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it's just toughness or what it is, but you know, he's got 9 lives.
Are you able to wiggle out around that steering wheel?
NASCAR people took that roll cage, and they're going to learn from it. They're going to probably invent some other safety bar that might be called the Lance bar or the Mackey bar or something like that, you know. I basically broke my neck in 2 places.
He's all there. He's moving around. He's just get that one thing checked out, and everything looks good.
That was a blessing. That crash was a blessing.
While they're doing the MRI to find all that out, they see a shadow. up on my collarbone that appears to be scar tissue. You might want to get that checked out when you get home. And scar tissue, wait a minute, I've had an MRI back in 2018. Pretty much the same area and whatnot, and that scar tissue didn't show up on that one. And I knew right away, it's not scar tissue.
I remember it just kind of knocks you back. It's a hit to your heart. You just wonder how much can one guy take.
Well, the shadow turned out to be another type of cancer.
When I saw it, I was absolutely horrified, and I saw it almost immediately because someone sent it to me.
They call it lung cancer, but it's all on the outsides of my lung. Underneath this collarbone, got a little spot up against my spine, underneath a rib, and then
it looked like an asteroid. I don't even know how else to describe it, but it just to me looked like an asteroid. So there was this big, angry, and then it had just the ring of the red, and it just looked like fire. I mean, it just, you know, for all of us, I mean, it's Jenny's never far.
And again, this is why surgery wasn't really an option. They had to, they would have had to take the whole lung out and then scrape.
It's hard to get into the head of Lance Mackey. You know, through it all, you still have the responsibility as a father to your children, and there isn't time to grieve.
Those poor babies. And I think that we thought it just didn't look good.
But, you know, it is what it is. And yeah, the plan, and I don't have a plan, that's the thing. What? Well, don't pull it off. It's on. It's supposed to move.
It was a shock. It sent shockwaves across the community because we know how devastating the cancer was the first time he battled. And you just wonder how much battle there is left.
You know, I've only had this one round of chemo, and they told me some of the side effects. And I thought that the reality part of it would be some of the side effects would come later. And right away I started getting these little sores in my mouth. The worst outcome is I get to the end of this 4 months regimen, and they'll go back and do another PET scan, and worst case it would probably be that this didn't work. We don't know yet. We're hoping that this works. If it does, obviously that's a great thing, but there's going to be, there's never not going to be something else when you have something like this happen. You know.
Lance Mackey used to come out and play that badass, used to come kick some cancer ass.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a mom.
You are. You're gonna be a good mom someday.
I'm gonna be a fireman for Halloween.
For Halloween. Okay.
And you're being a dog.
There's been a lot of things happen on this hill. A lot of good and bad memories. And yeah, we come home, everything was great. We watched some movies and went to bed. I wake up, my generator's down. That don't make sense. Generators have been the biggest problem on this property for 15 years. This is the second. But what I'm not doing is dealing with it right at the moment. So I'll deal with that in a minute. It's probably going to be one of those live life to the fullest for as long as possible, which could be pretty short-lived. And that's the reality of it. So, puppies, hey, be nice.
You got a new truck?
A new truck? Well, I have all kinds of vehicles. None of them are new anymore. But yeah, probably since I saw you last. I needed something that, I just put a mattress in the back of it. Took the back seat out, put a mattress in there, so when we go down south, I don't know, it was the right price. All those things that, you know, the kids don't hang out in the back seat of the truck very often. They're getting too big to travel for any duration.
I'm sure that Lance is on his toughest trail right now that he's ever been on in his life.
I need my coffee.
The 2021 Iditarod will always be remembered for being the COVID race.
But it's not the Iditarod.
A shortened trail, a trail that really didn't go through the native communities.
The name is, but the race ain't, the checkpoints aren't.
Like it always has since 1973.
Right up until the end, it was still touch and go whether it was going to happen or not.
Hey, Ghost, ready? What was really unique for me was bringing the dogs in from my dad's kennel. Oh, man. Kind of adding that little twist.
You're taking away Thomas and all these other people who are not allowed to compete. Not in my book.
People may say that it wasn't the real Iditarod because it didn't end in Nome. In my opinion, it doesn't matter where the finish line is. They still faced adversity. They still battled the greatest competition there is. And in the end, you still had somebody get to the finish line first.
I'm doing well.
Whoa, there we go. And the race itself was somewhat uneventful, I guess would be one way to put it.
It got figured out what the new race course was going to be. I think he tailored everything he was going to do for that.
It was one of the colder races on record. It got to 58, maybe 60 below zero in some areas with no heat.
Dallas wasn't driving his team. He just quietly slipped past us and we watched his dogs go by and did a little woo-woo, cheered him on.
So everybody was out there literally surviving and not having the ability to get into a warm building like we normally do when we go to Nome, when we travel through those native communities.
I just want this thing to be over at this point and just have it in the books. But I am enjoying it as much as you can. The biggest thing for me is we broke the curse of 4.
And in the end, it was Dallas Seavey getting to the finish line first, proving that, you know, somebody can finally win this race 5 times.
Okay, Dallas Seavey. I'm not sure where our camera is, so I'm just going to jump in here. Number 5, can you sum it up?
Comes after 4, I guess.
Maybe children are a good diversion from everything that's happening. You know, it's easy to find joy in a child.
I'm just cooking the whole thing together and see what happens. I'm trying to, I like biscuits and gravy, but I'm trying to use up stuff before we take off tomorrow. So I'm making a gravy with potatoes. I'm gonna see if it works. I'll eat it. I don't know if they will. Remember, you gotta wind it up. Look. You gotta go forward. But it's empty. It doesn't have any eggs. I don't know what my winter is gonna look like, so I'm still trying to take my kids doing things. And, you know, we're getting bigger every day, huh? You know, right now I'm not worried about the power coming back on. I'm gonna It sounds crazy, but I'm gonna move into the handler cabin, temporary for the winter. If that's fully functionable, it's gonna be a little different getting used to. I was telling the kids last night that's what we were gonna do. And, you know, of course.
I don't really like living in the town, the city very much because I like the dogs only better.
You know, I dreamt about getting my kids out in somewhat of a remote environment, camping somewhat. And that didn't happen this summer for many reasons, but we'll just improvise with the winter camping, downsize, and get them used to, you know, not always having power and cell phone and things that all kids are into nowadays. They get hungry enough, they'll eat anything, right?
Donna!
Hey! Come here! Donna!
Daddy, I need ketchup. Shoot yourself.
That's probably enough. Good job.
Well, Abby got a lot.
Yeah, but he has a lot more food to eat than you do.
And put it upside down. Because the ketchup will fall down and it will ease.
It's true. You look confused. Are you confused? Hey.
No!
Hey.
You can't! No! It tastes a lot better with the ketchup.
All right.
Want some?
Why are you so mad? What happened? It's so horrible. You want to go turn some puppies loose?
Yes! I do!
Can you have some more bites first?
Here's a bite.
It's probably the best there is.
I can't pick it up.
I have 13 sled dogs and 8 house dogs. And 5 puppies. Yeah, usually if I need to get rid of some or home some, it's not a real problem. The real problem is feeling good enough to put them in other places. What are we doing?
We're going to Talkeetna.
Talkeetna tonight. We're gonna sleep in the back of the truck, right?
Yes.
You know, even in his worst times, you can see that Lance Mackey has instincts as a father. He's trying to make sure that there's fiber between he and his children, much like the fiber that existed between he and his father, Dick.
We are in the truck leaving. Where is our house? Good night. Dad.
Why are you so sad?
Because I miss my mama.
Oh, baby, I miss your mama too. Hey, it's okay to love her and miss her. They're gonna think you're the coolest grandson on the planet, though, with that shirt. You don't need pants.
No.
Hey, look who's here! The big sword man! I used to be a tough man.
I was noted for it.
What happened?
I got old. I came to Alaska in 1959. And back in those days, that's literally the only recreation there was in Alaska was dog mushing.
Here comes Dick Mackey, Rick Swenson, they're all running in, they look tired.
Dick Mackey was one of the originals. You know, he and Joe Reddington and a few others helped start the Iditarod back in 1973. A long-distance sled dog race that would light up the world and help save the sled dog and make sure that those dogs ran across those landscapes for generations to come.
I think Jenny was probably the first woman in his life that just absolutely fit him perfect. Yeah.
Good. Well, you here for a while?
Today, you mean?
Yeah.
Long enough to have breakfast.
Long enough to have breakfast.
And then, unfortunately, almost a year now, she had to get killed in that ATV wreck. But it was such a calamity. Lance and Jenny had plans, their plans for their family and for themselves, which was important. It was a horrible, horrible event. I have my next round on Thursday. A little like
another round of chemo on
Thursday.
So you go down Friday?
Yeah.
You guess.
I guess. And then all of a sudden, crap, cancer's back again.
Hi.
You need to pee. All right, come on. I mean, what is that? You know, after all these years.
Lance, he hates to ask for help or anything like that, but he did tell us about it. Okay, take your washcloth. Oh, look at that ankle. Woo-hoo! And he's keeping us well informed because his dad, well, I worry too, but Lance and his dad, they both had a rough road.
Cancer's a terrible thing, just so bad. Oh.
So hopefully Lance will do fine with this cancer.
I got it. On top of everything else, I got a hip.
He's got a hip.
I ain't got no hip. I need to get one, I think. I ain't got one. I'm not liking it. I can't remember now. Some doctor told me you ain't got no hip left. You only need one. I've had accidents, I've had illnesses, but when they told me I had cancer, holy crap. I mean, that gets your attention, you know. Not only does it screw you up physically, but emotionally, it's hard. I don't know what. Dad, I itch my boob like I'm. You got that? I want you to, it? I want you to touch it. See, does it feel the same as it? I don't think so. Okay. I've been put to sleep 23 times. These old female hormone things or whatever I'm on. What the shit? Hey, 23 times I've been operated on. That's a lot to put a person to sleep. And so far, it hasn't completely screwed up my mind. As bad as it is, it's not all bad. He lives on the edge, doesn't he? It's not all bad. No. Did I tell you what they've done to my teeth? Some of that's his attitude. I'm getting a wisdom tooth. Oh. No. Didn't even know you had one. It's sideways, yeah. I'm going to get smart. I'm going to get some wisdom. Because he lives for the moment. And I think that was the difference with Jenny. He lived for the future.
So,
I've been standing in the back of the truck. It's not a bad thing.
So what's with...
But I really do. How much you want for your motorhome?
Huh?
Well, you know, I never thought of selling that motorhome. Never thought about it. How much you selling your motorhome for?
I didn't know I was selling it.
I didn't either until I got here.
Oh.
Sometimes the apple don't fall too far from the tree. I am buying a motorhome.
You are?
I am. He ain't willing to quit, and I ain't either. Whether it's today or next week or sometime soon, I'm getting a motorhome. He's tired of
he and the kids sleeping in the car when he's going between here and there.
I mean, that's my only plan. I don't have anything else.
I don't blame him.
I would look good in that, right?
I miss this conversation.
I know that my dad's motorhome's in tip-top shape.
I just put a new set of tires on it.
Yeah. I don't have to worry about it. I have to look at the oil.
I just had the generator completely rebuilt.
It's good to go. So if he says it's worth 20 grand, it's worth 20 grand. You don't say, well, I'll give you 18. No. But it is my dad's, so I can give him 15.
Well, it was normally 25, but I'd sell it for 20.
There you go. And it's worth it. I want, and will benefit me and my kids.
I don't know. I hate to give up.
You ain't giving up, Dad. You just open another door.
Yeah.
That's how it is, right?
Yep. This is true.
That's how it is.
It's just like...
But I'll tell you what. I can buy it from you right now, and anytime you need it, I'll rent it to you cheaper than most rentals.
I don't think so.
All I gotta do is fill up the 55-gallon fuel tank and use 5 gallons.
All right. Yeah.
That's why I'm gonna get another one. Yeah.
Everybody loves cash.
19 of them.
Oh, I thought you said 17.
19.
6, 7, 32, 33, 39, 39, 80. 1, 2. That was fun.
Yeah. Total amount, $19,000 paid in full. That's the title.
I'm gonna leave my truck for a couple days.
Oh, yeah. You kind of got to push in on them.
Oh, okay. What is that, choke? Oh, that's just a cover, guys.
And just lifts the cover. Fill in the freshwater tank, but every motorhome or every RV is an earthquake when you take it over the road.
Okay, yeah, no, that's self-explanatory. Microwave, simple, right?
Every time you camp for the night,
first things first.
You better be tightening this screw and fixing this and adjusting that because it's rattling apart going down the road. That's just the nature of the beast. Jesus, you're just like living in the back of your car. You're like going from homeless to a house.
I know. It's exciting.
It's heavy. Okay, thank you for helping me. So when you stop, you better get out your little toolbox because it's full already. And that will be Lance's downfall. Because he ain't got a little toolbox. Right?
You're sturdy, I am. Who's gonna drive that? Where are we going?
Just for...
What's next, I guess, is 2022.
As you can see, it's pretty horrible.
I've made a missing ad.
Well, I'm gonna go up in the mountain and see if I can see some tracks.
I was thinking very seriously about not racing 2022.
The doctor dress.
Especially if you don't have that little knife.
Well, if I fall off this porch right now, and life ended as I knew it today.
Okay.
Cian is in charge of my estate, if you will.
They've had so much pain in their life.
Oh, God, I hope it works. I hope you guys get what you need. It's sincere. I didn't make anything up.